Hey guys, welcome to Great Learning. Now, Benjamin Franklin once said that an investment in knowledge always pays the best interest, and it holds true now more than ever, right? If you're looking towards learning more after your graduation, you might be either considering flying abroad to get a master's degree, or you might be looking at online post graduation programs as well. Did you know that online education is extremely popular and in high demand today? Well, of course, a lot more things about both of these. Now, to give you an ample amount of information about these two paths that you can take, we here at Great Learning have come up with this video discussing the differences between getting a master's degree abroad and enrolling yourself into an online postgraduate program. Before we get started, I want to introduce you to Great Learning Academy. This is a free initiative by Great Learning where you can have access to over 200 plus courses with 1000 plus hours of free content on all of the trending high demand domains absolutely free. Register now to complete the course and get your free certificate of completion as well. Check out the link in the description box of the video below for more details. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This is done to make sure you do not miss out on any of the new updates or video releases from Great Learning. And of course, guys, if you enjoy this video, show us some love and do like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, right? So make sure you share this video with your friends, colleagues, and everyone who can make use of it. And at the end of it, make sure to comment on the video if you have any queries or any suggestions, and I'll be more than happy to respond to all of your comments. So, did you guys actually know that from the year 2012, around 90% of the colleges are actually offering online learning from their side only? Now, we're living amongst the pandemic, so almost everyone, let's say 95% of the world, has moved towards online learning, and it is now more than ever that the power of online learning is coming to the picture, right? It is actually extremely popular. It was portrayed to be popular regardless of the pandemic, but with the pandemic, it just concreted the fact that online education is a prime requirement in today's world. So it is very easy to say that, after the pandemic ends or the post-pandemic trends for online education is extremely positive. There is supposed to be a steep rise as per the experts in the market. Now, when you look at what the people say about online education, or maybe when getting a master's degree, right? Now, there are two kinds of people. One side of the audience prefer a master's degree, while the other side prefer an online education. Now, there are certain things that you're supposed to know about both of these domains. Hence, we are checking out this video. Well, to talk about a master's degree, well, you would be a person who's already graduated from college right now, or a person who's about to graduate if you're considering a master's degree, right? Well, there are so many things that you have to look towards when you are, planning to enroll into a master's degree. For example, if you're flying abroad, it is so vital that you have an immense amount of research behind you to back you up, to know that things are different in other countries, right? But then even to get to that point, even to be eligible for applying for all these master degree programs abroad, you have to go on to give competitive examinations, right? Now, there's many standardized tests like GRE and GMAT that you will have to clear, and taking these tests are no joke. These are very difficult. I wouldn't say extremely difficult. Of course, with a good amount of preparation you can do well, but again, it takes a considerable amount of time and effort to get there, right? Now, it's not only just you taking an exam and applying for the master's degree. You have to have so many things. You have to have a statement of purpose you're supposed to give to the colleges, letters of recommendation from colleagues, from your principals, from your instructors, lecturers, all of these things that you have to prepare, right? Now, it's not like you want to start your master's degree next month and you apply today. It doesn't work like that, right? For a master's degree, a planning of 1 year minimum is required. Now, if you are flying in 2021, let's say fall of 2021, somewhere around September, well, you're supposed to have your examinations, your scores, your application all ready by January or February of 2021. Now, that's literally almost a year before you'll actually fly to even the country, right? So it is a bit of a hassle when you do think about it that way. But the biggest hassle, in my opinion, definitely is the financial commitment. Now, if you have had a good amount of research to check about a master's degree, maybe in the USA, maybe in Germany, maybe in the United Kingdom, or wherever it is, right? It costs a significant amount. It's not only just for the degree, but you physically being there and allotting some amount for staying there as well, right? It's a very, very expensive affair. But yeah, at the end of the day, you do get good returns. But the upfront amount, the upfront investment and requirement of financial assets is definitely worrisome for most of the people. So when we're looking at online post-graduation programs, right now there are multiple advantages and direct contrasts to master's programs. Master's programs when you're considering abroad. First of all, when you are learning online, understand this. Online education is built to make sure that it is convenient for everyone, right? Now, there's many ways of how one can go on to learn online. In good programs out there, for example, there are many, many forms of teaching. There's self-paced teaching and live classroom teaching as well. In self-paced, what usually happens is, the person who is being taught, or let's say the person who enrolls into these programs will watch a pre-recorded video. But in the case of online recording, or let's say classroom tutoring, there you do have lecturers who are teaching live. So if you have any questions right then and there, you can raise your hand virtually and get them all answered. So it's literally giving you a classroom experience with the convenience of you being at your home. Now, when you're looking at a very good post-graduation programs online today, the most important thing is the mentoring aspect of it and the guidance you get from these professors who are professors and subject matter experts alike, who are a part of prestigious universities across the globe. You are not limited to just one university. You are not limited to just maybe a handful of professors, right? With a post-graduation program, there is a very good chance you can have a wealth of knowledge from a group of people who come from a varieties of background as well. That is very, very important. And the next thing is, you will get really high quality worth of material. All these material do come with ample amount of syllabus. You will have good amount of training. You'll have good amount of mentoring sessions. You'll have very good guidance in terms of provision of, to check your knowledge, right? In terms of provision of quizzes, you'll have hands-on sessions where you'll be practically implementing everything you have learned alongside with the professor or the subject matter expert. And of course, you will get a ton of projects, a ton of not just projects, but production ready industry level projects that you will be working with. Now, this having knowledge of practically working with these projects and getting the guidance at your convenience from experts around the world is something that gives the edge over masters abroad, especially when you're talking about post-graduation programs online. Right. Now, you all will have a common question saying, do employers actually value online education today? Well, in one statement, I definitely think they do, because when you think about it, at the end of the day, when you're applying to any sort of company, the only thing that will shine out, stand out, or is a prime requirement is definitely your skills. How well can you do the job, or how better are you at doing the job, right? That is what matters. And fun fact, if you did not know, some of the top companies in the world today have actually completely removed a requirement for a degree as well. They say if you have the right skill set, you are welcome to apply. You really do not require a computer science degree for a programming job, for a data science job, cloud computing job, whatever it is, right? Now look at these trends. These are the top companies who are valued at billions and trillions of dollars, right? If they say that they believe that skill sets are important and not just a degree at hand, well, it adds a lot of value to the ecosystem, right? It's very important. Another thing about online education which absolutely impresses hiring managers is that it shows that you have put in an ample amount of time and energy to learn a new thing. Maybe you were switching domains, maybe you just graduated out of college and you were looking for a specialization in a degree or anything like that, right? Now when you're putting these kind of extra efforts, it always stands out on your resume. So it is very vital that you look towards and research towards online education, especially in today's world. Now, talking about the companies that value online education, right? You have thousands of companies who prefer skill sets over a degree, even though they upfront do not mention about it. But when you look at startups all the way to MNCs, right, you have a lot of big names. You have Facebook, you have Google, Tesla, SpaceX, Snapchat, and a ton of other companies as well. Now, especially if you're looking at Tesla and SpaceX, the co-founder Elon Musk believes that skill sets are very much required rather than the degree. So in an interview, he says that having the skill set is more than enough, and a degree is not even a requirement to work at his companies anymore. And these companies are worth a lot of money, and they are the best at what they do, right? So when you're getting this kind of a viewpoint from the giants out there, I think it's highly rightful that we look towards understanding what the employers value, what the companies are looking for, what the hiring managers are looking for in your resume, what sort of educational details, what sort of certification programs are they looking for, right? Now, with this, you might have a question saying, okay, so why would I even require a master's degree, or let's say even an online postgraduate program as well? Well, to pick either one of these, you definitely have to understand the advantages of master's degree and of course the advantage of an online PG program as well. Now, when you're looking at a master's degree, right, there are many advantages, of course. When you're looking towards having a career, right, you can move your complete base to an entirely different continent. Maybe you're in India right now, you can fly to the USA and start learning there. The education system is quite different there, right? Now, it is very different in the UK, it's very different in the European Union. So you can get exposure into these ecosystems to see how people learn there, understand there, and of course you can start your job right then and there after your degree if it allows for it as well, right? The second reason of why one would consider a master's degree is, let's say, if you have a dream company. Now, maybe you want to have a very high position in Google or Facebook or any of these companies. Those positions, right? Of course, 90% of them do not require a degree anymore, but some of these positions do require degrees. There, what usually happens is they say you must have a degree from Stanford, Harvard, or any Ivy League schools. For that particular demand, if you are set on your goal to get towards a designation, well, you definitely should consider working on a master's degree abroad as well. So it's not just these reasons, it's not just a career or a job. If you guys are interested into research, into having a doctorate, right, it's the postgraduate, it's the degree after the post-graduation, the PhD. Well, if you're looking towards that, if you're looking towards research and development, having a master's degree can definitely help you get closer into these research domains very easily as well. And one last point about an advantage of a master's degree is that you will have a bigger network with, let's say, graduates, friends, peers, and professors across continents, across colleges, across all these domains, right? So having this kind of a networking can definitely help you down the line. Maybe it can play a huge role when you're getting your first job, when you're looking for connections, when you're looking for references and all of these, right? So these are some of the advantages of having a master's degree. Now, looking at why one would prefer online education, right? There are many reasons, and the first highlight for me personally is definitely the lower cost option, right? Not everyone can afford to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on your education. Yes, the returns might be good, but then having an investment, having the assets for that is very difficult. But with an online education, it is significantly cheaper than flying for a master's degree online. So the cost option is the primary point of why one would prefer online education. The second thing is that it's very comfortable to learn on your own, at your own pace, at your own time, at your own location. Maybe you want to learn from home. It's possible. Maybe you want to travel and learn. Yes, that is also possible. So this kind of a flexibility that you get instead of being forced into a college or a classroom, right? That is very important. That kind of a freedom can definitely bring out the creative side in you, is something I highly believe in. Right. And apart from that, let's say there are certain domain examinations. For example, if you're looking towards cloud computing, there is many examinations in the case of Amazon Web Services, AWS, Microsoft Azure, right? So there are certain certifications. Now, to clear these certifications, if you also have a post-graduation program online or an online certification program, it definitely will help you get closer to, acing these examinations, because you will have a wealth of knowledge that you can use in case if you're looking towards domains where there are certain certifications and you already have a post-graduation degree, there's a very good chance you might already have the knowledge to go on to clear those examinations. But to give you a head start, an online education system and ecosphere that's created around will definitely give you the edge that's required to clear these examinations, is my point here. Right, there are more advantages. Let me tell you this. First of all, when you have when you're preferring an online education program, understand this: you can learn and explore all of these concepts on your own. And even though many of the times the syllabus does remain fixed, but at the end of the day, you have the complete freedom to choose your goal, to choose your path. Maybe a master's program is not allowing you to do that. Maybe it is forcing you to learn subjects that you might not be interested in, right? Or it's giving you certain programs or certain criteria or certain subjects which is not appealing to you, right? That is not the case here. Here you can learn on your own. You can look towards multiple courses on your own, and of course it adds a lot of value if you're doing the things that you love, right? Of course, at the end of the day, you can pick your favorite subject, you can work on becoming an expert in that subject and do a lot of things there. It's not only just this, right? So when you're having an online education degree in hand, what happens is that you can work towards your collaborative skills as well, because here you will be working along peers who are trying to achieve the same goal. So you can talk to them, you can communicate with them, you can learn from them. So you create this kind of a biosphere around you where you are in touch with all of these people, you're learning skills from them, you may be teaching them certain aspects as well. So what this portrays as a whole for your professional profile is that it shows complete discipline. It shows that you have amazing learnability skill and perseverance. Now, learnability is a very important factor, right? Even though you might have the best teacher in the world teaching you, if you're not open to learn, or let's say your learning way is very different and a master's degree online doesn't cater to that, it's a waste of your time and waste of huge amount of money, right? In this particular case, if you have an online education, it shows that you have amazing learnability skills as well. Right now, you might have a question saying, okay, so what are the current trends that are present in online post-graduation programs today? Well, there is many trends that are being set, especially now more than ever, that people are getting around to maybe the end of the pandemic, but the trends are extremely strong here. There's so many advantages, but let me quickly give you the highlights of what is expected and what's already going on. Now, there's something called micro learning that goes on. Micro learning is a concept where you get to learn the things that you want and eventually work on it, become an expert in it, give an ample amount of time to work your way into structured learning towards that concept, and then actively implementing stuff that you learn. That's micro learning. Next is outcome based learning. Outcome based learning will definitely talk about how you can think of solving a problem and then taking the approach of learning to solve the problem itself, right? If you have a problem at hand, solving that can be done in multiple ways. So this kind of a teaching, this kind of a learning is imparted in online PG programs, and that is definitely something that is a skill that you will have for the rest of your life in your career, and that's a very important skill to have. Next, if you're talking about experiential and collaborative learning, experiential learning talks about how you can learn from the best of the best professors and subject matter experts across the globe. You are not tied up to your faculty in one department, maybe the computer science department in one particular college, in one particular university, right? That's not the case with online PG programs. There is a very good chance that you are exposed, you have the complete capability to stay in touch and communicate with, again, revered professors and of course subject matter experts. So that's something which is very important. And the last point is, of course, you can get taught by expert faculties. Now, these online PG programs are very strict in selecting the faculties. They're screened really well, and to make sure that they are the best of the best when it comes to representing a brand or when it comes to representing teaching as well, right? So it's very important that you know that at this point in time. So after this, let me quickly take you on to our great learning ecosystem itself and to guide you with a program that we have here, which is one of the number one post-graduation programs we have for data science and business analytics in the country today. Now, when you're looking at concepts such as data science and business analytics, it is vital that you get an immense amount of knowledge, not only for you guys to get started with the domain, because at the end of the program, you will go from a beginner to an expert with one of these post-graduation programs. Right now, this program goes on for 11 months, and it is done in collaboration with an amazing university. It's the Texas McCombs School, the University of Texas at Austin, McCombs School of Business, and of course Great Lakes as well. Right now, if you're wondering about why this program is considered to be number one in the country, we do offer an amazing curriculum. Now, all of these are designed by professionals who are in the industry itself. So whenever you're taking a look at what the requirement is outside versus what you're learning in a program, these directly bridge the gap. That is the most important point. And the next thing is you will get personalized mentorship where you can work on a lot of hands-on projects, 1:1 mentorship where you can sit with an expert and learn. That's very nice, right? And then you have a live classroom, you get career assistance. Right now, we have 7,000 plus alumni here who have somewhere around a 48% average salary hike after completion of the course as well. Now, 48% in today's world is definitely a big amount. Right now, these are just some of the reasons. As you can see, if you click on read more, you can read a lot more details about these programs, but let me not get into the complete details of it. Now, at the end of the program, right, you will get a certificate from the University of Texas at Austin, and of course the Great Lake Executive Learning certification as well. So you'll get 2 certificates when you go on to complete this program, and your certificate will look something like this. Right now, the curriculum, if you're talking about the curriculum, again, I will not go into the depths of it because, hey, this is an 11-month program, so it's going to be very, very comprehensive, right? So in terms of learning, you start from data science fundamentals, all the techniques there are, the domain exposure, understanding what's happening there. And one important thing after you learn all of the theoretical concepts is the capstone project and career assistance part of it. Right now, the capstone project talks about how you bring together all your learning to to showcase that you have done something, to showcase practically what you have learned. Right now, we have a lot of data sets from a lot of big brands out there: Uber, Netflix, Amazon. So we have multiple projects. Right now, as you can see, as I keep scrolling down, all of these are projects that you will be working with when you pick up this PG program in data science and business analytics here at Great Learning. So it is very vital that you understand all of this. Now, you will get multiple details on this website. All you have to do is head to the Great Learning website. Right now, you can see, you can take a look at all the projects you work on. You take a look at all the faculties. Now, these faculties are the best of the best at what they do. Right, so we have PhDs from Stanford universities, we have MBAs, and we have subject matter experts from around the world. And if you're looking at mentors, right now, mentors are a part of very big companies out there. These guys are the experts. They have complete knowledge about the domain itself and the current trends too. And of course, if you keep scrolling, you can see the ample number of advantages which you will get here at Great Learning, which is again a state-of-the-art system that we have built here. So at the end of the day, what you can expect from a post-graduation program is comprehensive learning. It's not just a learning that you're getting, it's the entire benefit of becoming an expert, along with having a certificate from a revered university across the globe, being trained by mentors, getting a chance for a better salary hike, and so many things. Right, so you can look towards a lot of details that we have published here. You can of course take a look at all the learner testimonials, what our learners have to say for us, and a lot of fee details as well. Right, so based on these tabs, just make sure to download the brochure. Just clicking on one single button is going to give you all of these details in a brochure format that you can go through in detail. And of course, at the end of the day, as I told you, when you're looking at finances, right, so we here at Great Learning have tied up with multiple different partnerships, corporate financial partnerships, where you can get loans at 0% interest rate as well. Of course, there are certain terms and conditions that apply, but you can definitely check all these details out. There is an application process you definitely should look towards, and of course, a lot of FAQ or frequently asked questions that's put together here as well. So guys, make sure that you head towards this program. It is not just this program that I'm telling you. I'm just guiding you with one program among a lot of different programs that we have here, right? So it's just that this will ensure that you will go from a beginner to an expert, and it is very vital that you know that today's online education, especially with here at Great Learning, we are revolutionizing the way the world learns. Right, we have state-of-the-art methods, we have amazing faculties, and it definitely adds value that you know all the details before putting down your money on anything, right? Now, when you're looking at the current career landscape of how the world is moving towards, if you think that the career market right now is extremely volatile because of the pandemic, well, let me tell you, not. It's not as volatile as you might think. All the industries are rapidly bouncing back. The world of computing and even medicine right now are collaborating like never before. Hiring, right? Hiring in today's world is now reaching its peak. Now, there was a time in March of 2019 when there were a lot of layoffs, but guess what? Now we are going to a point where we are back towards hiring, and hiring now has been higher than ever. That's an amazing fact, right? And with the popularity of online education, it is extremely vital that you know the entire world is also looking forward for that, and that they are investing their time and money into becoming proficient in all of these domains by investing in an online program, right? Well, guys, to summarize, this difference between a master's degree and an online PG program. Well, let's bring together all the good things, right? First of all, the first question you need to ask if you're looking towards a master's degree is a classroom environment, is a classroom learning where you physically walk into a classroom, sit and learn, is that very, very important for you? If the answer to that is yes, you should look towards master's program. But if the answer is no, and if you're okay with learning at the comfort of your home, well, there is a whole new domain that opens up for you, right? And is accreditation important for your dream company? Now, as I just mentioned, you might be looking for a very high post in one of the Fortune 500 companies where they say you must have a degree from Stanford. In that case, yes, you can definitely look towards a master's program as well, right? But if you're looking towards an online program, understand this: having a certification, having a postgraduate certificate from an established institution or a provider is going to add an immense amount of value to your career, and the amount of knowledge you get from these programs, right? With the theoretical knowledge, with all the hands-on projects that you do, the capstone project, the career guidance, the one-to-one mentoring. So all of these bring together this entire biosphere or this entire ecosystem, which eventually is going to nurse you right from the beginning till at the end, where you're graduated as a complete expert in that domain. So that is something which is very vital, in my opinion, that you should check out. So guys, you have reached the end of this comparison between a master's degree abroad and post-graduation programs online. I hope we were able to give you an ample amount of clarity regarding which you should pick up. Now, if you have any comments, suggestions or feedback regarding this, make sure you head to the comment section and do let us know. I want to introduce you to Great Learning Academy. This is a free initiative by Great Learning where you can have access to over 200 plus courses with 1000 plus hours of free content on all of the trending high demand domains absolutely free. Register now to complete the course and get your free certificate of completion as well. Check out the link in the description box of the video below for more details. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This is done to make sure you do not miss out on any of the new updates or video releases from Great Learning. And of course, guys, if you enjoy this video, show us some love and do like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, right? So make sure you share this video with your friends, colleagues, and everyone who can make use of it. And at the end of it, make sure to comment on the video if you have any queries or any suggestions, and I'll be more than happy to respond to all of your comments.